How would Pet David Podcast lie about Candace Owens? Let's listen.
You're on the board of Turning Point?
Yeah.
Okay. When's the last time you saw Candace Owens?
In person?
Yeah.
To hear the way they're framing that now. When you say you're America first, they'll ask you, what do you mean you're America first? Do you mean that you're an isolationist? Do you believe that we shouldn't have did what we did during World War II? All of these things trying to pollute it. It's not that difficult. America first. First name America, last name first. We put this country's interests before the interests of foreign countries overseas. All of them. I don't care.
Yeah, it kind of went on and on, but it was kind of me saying, especially since 3 months earlier, I had gotten fired from the Daily Wire, like, Israel, you're not special. And yeah, Charlie got in trouble for the stuff that I said on stage, and then they came inward. I told that I was not allowed to speak at AmFest. The donors were making threats, but like I went on tour with Turning Point last year. It's so on their website. It's so, this is like the strangest thing. We could pull up this website. Live Free Tour, Charlie Kirk and Candace Owens. Quiet breakup? Why are we doing this? It's very strange. Here's all the places that we went to last year. Now they are pushing these headlines that are so far beyond the realm of reality, like the one that I just showed you, where they say that I'm angry. And then when you look into who's writing these articles, like Victoria Churchill, you note that she has a connection to AIPAC. So AIPAC is pushing this, right? The answer is implied by the people who are attacking me. They are all ultra-Zionists, right? Like I said, the author of that article is an ultra-Zionist. And here she is, starting off 2018 in DC, and she's got a picture of herself. If you can scroll down, I don't know if you can see this, like sitting in the audience in AIPAC, and she's thrilled. America, Israel, about me. I can't even like this. Look at this journalist, Victoria Churchill, who reached out. She writes, Candace Owens rages after being snubbed from the Charlie Kirk Memorial speaking roster. When did this happen? Like, the lying here is actually making me uncomfortable. I told you yesterday that there is a fear here that we are all perceiving, a desperation almost to end the investigation. The smears are becoming radical. You can't just pretend Candace hasn't spoken to Charlie Kirk in years, but they're doing it. And they're trying to be convincing and shocked and putting this out. I've never stopped talking to Charlie. I mean, yesterday I released just one of many messages that I have with Charlie, which prove that he was, in the months leading up to this, concerned about Israel and how Israel was coming after our free speech. Free speech meant a lot to him, right? This message is from May. We can pull that back up, right? Charlie sent me his tweet because after the assassination of Sarah Milgram and Yaron Lachinsky in DC, people were calling for like hate speech laws. And Charlie, authored a long tweet saying these were beautiful people. They had their lives ahead of them. But I must push back against one thing. And again, it was just the justification that this somehow meant that we had to, get rid of free speech. Like suddenly like, oh, well, this happened. So now we need to say free speech is wrong. And so I wrote back to him and I said, great tweet. And he gave prayer hands. And I said, speech censorship is coming to America. And he wrote back, as you can see, and the date here is May 22nd of this year. It totally is. Okay? Me and Megan and Tucker are not lying to you. Charlie was concerned about the speech, that he felt the restrictions. And inevitably, this happens when you get into bed with Israel. You can't criticize them at all, as Megan said, before you start enduring threats. And what I have learned from the employees there is that back in May, Turning Point had some big changes, some odd changes as they are describing it to me. Certain departments, people that were being fired, people that were told that they had to keep certain things a secret. Secret from whom? Secret from whom? Something is not right. Nothing we are being told is true. And the strangest thing is that Pam Bondi, who is a complete loser and a tool, is trying to use the assassination of Charlie Kirk to lay the groundwork for hate speech laws in America. The very thing that Charlie was fighting against. They all just got right to work trying to pass laws. Well, Charlie Kirk is that, so now we got to hate speech is something. Exactly what he's messaging me about that he doesn't want to happen. They're trying to use his death to justify. Listen to what Pam Bondi said to Katie Miller on her podcast. Take a listen.
My question is, where would the PBD David podcast and his fellow host and guest lie about Candace Owens? They lie that Candace Owens have not been a turning point event for a very long time. They have not even met her. But what is clear is, as Candace Owens yesterday, she released information that can tell very clear that they were close, and even provided a screenshot. I'm expecting to see what Pet David and his host in the podcast would say about Candace Owens, because he provided a very good evidence that Charlie Kirk, for once, was speaking with Candace Owens this year. And he also emphasized that Charlie Kirk was opposed to the idea of chatting free speech. And this is what is happening right now. That now, because Candace Owens is investigating what happened to Charlie Kirk, everyone is attacking her. And you see a full prime minister of a country that I will not mention goes ahead and tries to bash Candace Owens in a podcast in America. Why? Why would you think that has happened? You know, why would I have to defend myself? I didn't kill someone. Why do I know I'm clean? When no one has attacked you, or no one has said you did kill someone. And all of a sudden, all the podcasters, we know where they come from, all of which side they support, wake up and try to destroy Candace Owens and try to bash her. You think this is from nowhere? You know, some things you can tell when there's a coordinated effort on social media to destroy an image of someone. Look at what happened to Carlson when he had a different opinion on the matter we have today in Palestine. You noted how people were attacking him. Look at what happened to Charlie Kirk when he invited Carlson and Dave Smith in his Turning Point event. Some sponsors pulled off, and even he was under fire for this. Do you think these people who support free speech? If you cannot host someone who has opposed, who have a different opinion about Israel, and you agree about this, can you be called a supporter of free speech really? Because what I agree is that irrespective of some few disagreement with Charlie Kirk, I would say that he was one person who believed in free speech. There's a reason why he gave mic to everyone, irrespective whether sometimes he was disrespectful or not respectful. I agree with this, but I feel he was a person who believed in free speech. And he shares some information, and you can see a chat here by Candace Owens. They had with the Charlie Kirk on, we need to make sure that free speech is not banned. But what you're seeing today is the government is trying to make sure and utilize this opportunity to chat free speech. You go to TikTok, you notice the same thing. And now TikTok is being bought by a pro-Israel group who want to chat this information because they know the reason why they're losing on this war, especially PR war, on what is happening in Palestine, is because of TikTok. Because TikTok is exposing everything. We can see, and it's easy now to spread information easily, and you can never hide truth. There's a reason why they want to tame TikTok, because this is the platform that is making sure all propaganda cannot go anywhere. And I feel bad for Pet David because I used to respect this guy, but so far it looks like this guy is just a moron, a guy who would have seemed to lack of common sense. I believe Pet David is a very smart person, but what is happening is he has definitely and deliberately chosen to misinform people. This is not a mistake. Do you agree that there's a kind of coordinated social media movement to destroy Candace Owens for speaking the truth, or try to investigate what happened to Charlie Kirk? Let me know in the comment section. Do you agree with me? And who would you support, or who would you believe in? The government, or in pro-Israel, or would you believe Candace Owens, Carlson, Dave Smith, and others? Let me know in the comment section. Let's meet it.